Welcome back to the Soluna Archives, a world-building project following the events and people of Soluna. In the last video, I promised to talk about the creation of the monsters and the magic system. I've decided to split these two subjects into two different videos, this one focusing on the magic. I hope this will streamline the upload schedule and allow me to share with you all more consistently. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the magic of Soluna. This is the soul line, or phylum. Every individual belonging to a sentient race of beings has one. It is an ethereal strand that connects to a person's head and leads directly to voice, an enigmatic presence whose nature is debated amongst the philosophers of Soluna. Everything that makes a person who they are is contained within their phylum, akin to how DNA carries information about our bodies. But rather than just physical characteristics, the phylum also contains metaphysical properties, such as one's consciousness, moral code, and potential magical abilities. A person's phylum is directly affected by their emotions and actions. A person who is happy, peaceful, and content will have a healthy and straight phylum, but a sad, angry, or anxious person will have an unhealthy and unstable line. Let's take Numer for an example. He is a 20-year-old male Ori. He is average in height and intelligence. He has the common magical ability of animal telepathy, which allows him to sense the emotions of a variety of creatures. All of these features are contained within his phylum. He is generally an upstanding citizen, but he has done some things that he regrets, like that one time he stole a collectible fish model from the glassworker's shop. These regrets have caused his phylum to tangle, leaving Namar with an uneasy feeling. Left unchecked, this tangle could damage his moral code and lead to the suppression of magical skills. Fortunately, he decided to return the model to the glassworker. All was forgiven, and Numer's phylum returned to a healthy state. This back and forth of tangling and then untangling of the phylum is a common day-to-day experience for the people of Soluna. And while this process is usually invisible, some people gain the ability to see the phylum and its status in their old age. What is not so common is the twisted phenomenon. Some have learned that certain extreme actions, like murder, drastically affect the phylum, causing tight knots and distortions. Furthermore, by routinely performing twisted deeds, one can manipulate the phylum into a certain pattern, altering the information stored within. The goal of such a ritual is to gain magical powers beyond what they have already been granted. One such twisted is Brontis. Brontis had a rough childhood. His parents had been drowned after an unseen creature dragged their fishing boat into the sea, leaving Brontis as the lone survivor. This left him with a debilitating fear of water, an extreme disadvantage as the Ori are dependent upon the water for their survival. Brontis learned from his uncle, who he was now in the care of, the legends of people who changed their very nature to gain the ability to subjugate the very elements, controlling what they had once feared. This led Brontis down a perilous road. He devoted his life to learning the forbidden secrets and practicing dark rituals, the most disturbing being his routine of soaking himself in extremely salty water filled with sacrificed fish until his skin was bloated and loose. Brontis eventually succeeded in gaining control over water, but at a heavy exchange. His skin, more liquid than solid, ran from his body, and he lost the ability to breathe air. You see, altering the phylum is similar to rearranging a line of code, trying to make it run a command it was never supposed to. Whenever a twisted gains a new power, a part of themselves is inevitably destroyed, whether that be eyesight, hearing, or even the ability to feel emotions. All of this might seem bad enough, but yet there is a deeper step a twisted can take on their quest for power, breaking their phylum's connection with voice entirely. It is said that when you die, your consciousness travels up through your phylum into the afterlife, so breaking this link essentially means condemning yourself to an eternal existence in Soluna. A twisted who dies with their connection to the beyond broken will become one of the frayed, a tangled echo of who they once were. Some twisted devote their whole journey of demented practices to strengthen their eventual existence as a frayed, rather than to gain power in their living lives. It is a common practice among twisted to seek out as many frayed as they can find, in order to tangle the lost spirit into their own film, gaining the power that those twisted accumulated in their lives. Luckily, twisted are pretty rare, and twisted that have gone so far as to severing their connection with voice are even rarer. But when one does make itself known, the consequences are felt by all who surround them. Some of the most impactful and age-defining people throughout Soluna's history have been twisted. I hope this magic system will lead to some interesting magic users, where their character and story can be conveyed by the kind of magic they have chosen to seek, and what they have sacrificed to obtain it. Well, that is all for this video. Thank you again for watching. I promise that we will actually be exploring the creation of the monsters in the next one. I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel, maybe even leave a comment. I love reading what you all have to say. See you again in the next Soluna archive.